Well, hello, my beautiful Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for December 2023. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is your monthly reading for December. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for the delay in this reading. Unfortunately, on my way back from my folks' house, my car broke down, so I was completely stranded for quite some time, and everything is now in delay, but I'm back in my usual space and I'm truly grateful to be here. So let's see what's going on in your month. Of course, I'll do this reading from pretty much the second week of December, and I'll take a peek into January as well, so you get the full energy. Now, what can we say about December? Well, it's flown by so quickly. The year, that is. I can't believe it's December already. It's been a bit of a roller coaster year, full of ups, downs, and plot twists for us all collectively. But this month is actually a time to look back at our accomplishments, feel pretty proud of ourselves, and to re-strategize any losses in order to learn from them and conquer them in 2024. Now, in terms of planetary alignments, December seems to be the calmest month of all. And as a Scorpio myself, I'm a little bit suspicious whenever the planets are so quiet, but it tends to mean there are hidden agendas that will be revealed in 2024, both on a personal scale and also on a global scale as well. But I am going to embrace the downtime as well as keep vigilant. Now, we do have a couple of plot twists, notable mini ones, shall we say, to end 2023, especially with Mercury, the planet of communication, actioning a final retrograde at the end of the year, okay? Now, this occurs on the 13th of December, and it'll last until New Year's Day. But, oh, you've got a lot of energy there coming through. Let me just pop that there for you. Okay. Now, what's most important to recognize, oh, we've got a wonderful energy at the end of the year for you in particular. However, there is a devil card present, so some of you may feel a little bit anxious, or you may be looking at detoxifying, shall we say, but we'll get to that energy now in a moment. Now, talking about this Mercury retrograde, it really is important to keep an eye on all correspondence, things like emails, phone calls, texts, etc., as electronic devices tend to get affected during a Mercury retrograde. Now, whether it's a website crashing when you're just about to pay, the internet going down periodically, or getting locked out of your account even though you have the right password, there can be delays in functions, important messages going to spam folders, or not sending at all. So definitely save all your work down. Even hard copy mail or deliveries can get lost or damaged during a Mercury retrograde. So it's actually a time that can test your patience. But as always, it's a great time to get into the routine of saving monthly statements down as well from any establishment where you house your finances, just in case the economic system is affected there as well. Now, we will see more gremlins in the economic system as we move through 2024, so it is a great habit to pick up during this Mercury retrograde, because you will return to it time and time again, and you'll use this energy to your advantage. Now, Mercury retrogrades, they're not all bad. They actually give us an opportunity at second chances. And I can see there with the 6 of Pentacles, you are being given an opportunity at a second chance in some area of your life that you feel you're not happy with right now, okay? Now, second chances, it'll be in all areas of your life. It's a prime time to take a step back and get a bird's eye view of your life. So if there's anything you wish to revisit, the middle of December is a perfect time to do it. Also, you can use this winding down time to connect to nature and reconnect to your sense of self, as well as the people that you really care about. Now, you'll be pleased to hear that Mars has moved out of the sign of Scorpio and it's into the sign of Sagittarius. And now this brings with it a huge boost of energy, better luck, and it actually prompts us all to believe in ourselves, reinforcing an important truth. Anything is possible. So dream big, be bold, and strive towards your goals. It's a perfect end of the year alignment, as it actually helps us plan to focus on what we want to achieve in 2024. But at the same time, it lends a playful influence to let our hair down, enjoy ourselves, and get curious about new adventures. Now, you may also find yourself dreaming of a great getaway, a vacation to the sun for 2024. And if your budget does not allow for such a thing right now, your visions are actually tapping into the law of attraction to make those visions become a reality. Because Sagittarius season is heavily connected to Jupiter, planet of good luck, expansion, and good fortune. So a sudden turn of luck will put you in a position to be able to make your dreams become a reality. And if a vacation is one of those dreams, you will definitely have extra resources to be able to do that. The universe will deliver what you need during this time period. Now, of course, Mars, with every positive, there is a negative. There's always an opposite. And Mars is a bit of a warlord, so it can, you know, when it moves into Sagittarius, it can see us all having a bit of a heated debate or a brutally honest conversation that is hard to hear, and pockets of sporadic crisis globally. So there may be things that bubble up instantaneously. But ultimately, it is a time to reconnect with your true self and those you care about, really reflect on the year you've just had, and make new goals and intentions for the year ahead. And I can see with your chart, you've got two aces to start your protagonist energy. So you are so over 2023, you're definitely looking forward to new everything. Out with the old, in with the new, and I feel like there's some really exciting things on the horizon for you as well. Now, I feel this year it really taught you a lot, and some of you are actually sitting with those lessons that you learned. And I definitely see that you're stronger because of the experiences you've had in 2023. There may have been some ups and downs and some huge bumps in the road for you, but I definitely get a sense here that you are going from strength to strength. Now, some of you may actually put those lessons or those teachings, shall we say, from the universe into practice. So you may actually decide to use your skill set to create like an online course or help other people in some way. You may actually be launching a new business or, you know, be upskilling. Some of you may actually decide to take a class of learning as well during this period in order to just know more about yourself, more about the universe, or more about, you know, the world at large. Some of you are actually taking spiritual courses to expand your mind, and some of you are actually picking up new hobbies and new experiences, meeting new people during the month of December, or you're planning to do that, because I get a sense here of you thinking about doing something or expecting to do something, and you may be launching it or planning it or booking it during this period, okay? Now, the Hierophant, it's all about your commitments. So I definitely see that you're going to be very busy. Sorry, I just knocked the camera there. I just moved and knocked it. So if it shook a little bit, that was me. Now, as I was saying, this is all about your commitments. You're going to be very busy in the month of December. I definitely see that some of you may be rushing around from place to place. I just noticed that there's a car upside down there. I'm only reading reversals, but because it's upside down and it is the Chariot card, I would say expect some delays. Everything happens for a reason. So there may be some delays in travel for you, so leave a little bit earlier. However, I feel some of you, you know, the delays may be out of your hands, and it may feel a little bit frustrating, and you may feel a little bit impatient, but it's a time period where we do expect delays, but they're showing up for you. They were going to show up for you anyway, regardless of that card being in that position, because I can see here there are some delays there as well. So just be aware of that. And moving on from that, though, I do see that you are looking at your commitments. I feel like you're prioritizing, okay, because I feel you've got a lot on. I feel like some of you are very busy. You're pushed and pulled in many different directions. You're going to be doing a lot of multitasking. So I feel you're like building a plan. What do you need to do? Structure. Some of you, I'm seeing a diary right now. So you're really plotting what is to happen in the month of December, because there may be some extra things that are going on. I'm actually being shown like an acrobat. Okay, it was quite distracting, but I'm being shown an acrobat, like someone that you would see in perhaps like Cirque du Soleil, that sort of thing. So, I mean, that could literally mean some of you are booking to see a show that's like that. I don't even know if it's playing anywhere in the world at the minute, but they're just showing me that. But I mean, I feel it's indicative of you remaining flexible for the season, okay? And there could also be somebody or some people who expect you to bend over backwards for their plans, and that could feel a little bit frustrating. Okay, especially since we've got a Seven of Swords there, it could mean that you want to be a little bit more independent or keep your schedule flexible to do things that you want. And we have the card of expectation here. It can mean some people have expectations of you and what you should be doing during the month of December. But I feel like you're marching to the beat of your own drum and saying, no, I'm going to adhere to my own schedule, because this is your life and I feel like you're leading it the way you want to lead it. But I feel there may be somebody who perhaps has something to say that's critical about that in some way. So that's coming up there briefly. But I feel like you move on from that, okay? Now, I also see that some of you may be thinking about launching a new business or new ideas. I definitely see you brainstorming this month in December. It's almost like you've got a lot on your plate. You've got a big to-do list, and at the same time, you're still strategizing for the year to come. So I feel like you're very cerebral. You're in your head. You're in the planning stages. And as I said there, I saw a diary. So it feels like you're plotting what there is to do so that you don't miss anything this month, because I feel there is some chaotic energy coming out there as well. Now, your 10th house is governing you at the beginning of the month, and that's all about ambition. It's about having the energy, the desire, the drive, and the motivation to get projects finished and get your tasks done. So whether you're in a career environment, because some people, they tend to attribute ambition to career or success. But even if you're retired, or, you know, you're currently looking for work, or you are at home, or, you know, I definitely get a sense you can still be ambitious to get stuff done. I feel like you're very busy, you're very focused, and I feel like you're going to hit the mark in whatever it is that you're focusing on or want to accomplish during this month. There's a lot of success here, and I feel everything is coming together, but it may feel like a bit of a rush, okay? Because I do feel like there's a slightly off balance kind of energy to you in the month of December. And also, Pisces, I want you to be aware that, you know, Saturn has been influencing you quite heavily since March of 2023. And you may have felt it, because you may have felt really tested, because Saturn is a planet of tests. And I feel like you have been strong enough to rise to the occasion. But I feel as you move into December, especially the end of December, things start to feel a little bit easier. And you get that breath of fresh air, or that relax, that moment where you can go and release, okay? Because I feel the energy is not going to influence you so much as you move into 2024. But you may be looking back at 2023 like, wow, that was a lot. Because I feel there's this energy here. It's like a lot happened. However, you may feel like nothing happened, or nothing has really changed, or everything is kind of like the same. However, I feel like you're still making moves towards making a difference and changes in your life that are going to be huge and beneficial to you long term. So I feel like there's this, you know, juxtaposing energy coming out in your reading. Now, that 10th house, if you are in a career, this is a perfect time, because you'll actually really establish yourself in whatever it is you do, and you have a real reputation as someone who is destined for success, full of great ideas, and you are definitely going to the top, okay? And I can see that in your chart. I feel like you're elevating. Ace of Swords is like you may hear some news, or there's a real breakthrough going on in your career, and I feel like, you know, you're going to, in general, feel like you're leveling up. Now, if you're not focused on career at this moment in time, I feel like you're going to be a little bit more organized than usual and focused to hit your targets, especially since you have that Ace of Swords there. Now, the Ace of Swords really is about your fate and your destiny, okay? It's about good karma coming towards you and synchronistic moments happening for a reason to highlight that divine timing is in play. So, normally there's a hand of the universe that pops in on an Ace of Swords that gives you the sword. So suddenly you may have some left field ideas that will help you either create more money or help you find the words that you need to articulate how you feel or what you want, or move with conviction towards whatever goal it is that you have in mind. This card is an indication that you feel responsible for certain things that you have on your plate right now. So even though some people may be winding down in the month of December, I definitely see that you still have a lot on your plate and you're taking accountability for what you need to do during this time as well. You're being really honest with yourself. But this is like a breakthrough moment. I see lots of new doors opening for you, and I really feel that, it's like expect quick results, whatever you're moving forward towards. Some of you may actually decide to write something that will help others or teach others. So you could be like writing a book. Even if you're retired, you may be writing about your experiences, and in some way it will be valuable to somebody else and help them with whatever it is they're going through. Some of you may actually start diary writing, because I saw one there just now. Or maybe you're going to be journaling, or even writing a script, or, a presentation for this month. I definitely see that you're very clear thinking this month, and I feel like you're keeping your eye on whatever prize that you have. But you've got two aces. So some of you are like really beginning something new. Now, this could be you promising like new intentions already before even 2023 is out. You could be starting a new diet, new exercise routine, or some of you are really just trying to get better sleep, or even, with the Devil card there, the Devil card, especially in the month of December, it can indicate excess, okay? Overeating, overspending, over drinking, whatever it is, okay? So some of you are trying to keep your eye on that and not trying to, go over your usual limits, shall we say. So some of you are just trying to keep an eye on things. You may be making sure that you keep a tight rein on your finances. Some of you are definitely trying to make sure that the home space is running efficiently, or you're getting everything you need organized and ready. And I definitely get a sense here that you are also looking at turning that new chapter. That card is literally about moving into a new energy. And some of you are going to have this boost of energy, because I feel some of you have been a little bit off center, or you felt unmotivated recently, or just exhausted, because I feel like you've been so busy and there's been a lot to deal with. And I feel like you're picking up pace. It's like suddenly you're inspired. Suddenly you've got new visions of where you want to take your life. Suddenly you feel this sense of adventure and enthusiasm about, the new year and what it could bring and all the possibilities. And this Ace of Wands is really another transformative card. So I feel some of you are changing something in your life, making major lifestyle changes based on the knowledge or things that you've learned. So for example, if you've been really focused on your health this year, you may find that there's certain things that are not vibing with your body, and you decide, you know what, enough is enough, going to cut that out, and I'm going to enter into a new way of looking at my food substances. For some of you, it could be that you've been working in toxic environments, or you've been allowing someone to overstep a mark or a boundary in your life, and you're like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. I feel like you are drawing a line under that, and there's a fresh new start. And I feel like you're not allowing anything or anybody to get in the way of your goals or whatever it is that you want to do. Now also, December is a highly creative time for you. So if you've got new ideas, or you feel, determined to start something or launch something, or you have that ambition or drive, that spark of creativity within you, I definitely get a sense here that you're imagining something new and you're being bold and daring to make it happen. This is a time to dream big for you, because I definitely see that your thoughts are becoming things. This is the thought. Everything starts with a thought. And then you've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands together, which means you've also got action, okay? So I feel like you're cutting through life, as it were, to get to where you want to go. And I feel like there's some wonderful things on the horizon for you as well. Now, the 5th house of the pursuit of pleasure is influencing you as you move through the latter part of the month. And that's really about letting your hair down. It's about going out, having fun, accepting invitations, coming out of your comfort zone and seeking more fun, more excitement, more spontaneity. So some of you, as I said, will pick up that hobby or even revamp your love life. So if you are currently looking for love, I feel like you could be talking to someone new and there's chemistry with that person. With the 2 of Cups as your outcome, this is something that's going to be long term. So if you're invited to something or you've got a party to go to. I definitely see that there is romance in the stars for you. And this is a fated union. You're meant to meet this person. They are a soulmate. And I feel like you'll travel in the new year together, quite early in the new year together. And I feel that both of you perhaps have had some difficulty in love, and there may be some trust issues that you may need to work through. I'm not going to lie to you, I can see it right there. But I feel both of you are balanced enough to accept each other's past because it's in the past, okay? But I feel how you operate in love going forward, there may be some hesitation about getting into a long-term commitment so quickly, so you will just slow the pace down and be patient with each other. But ultimately, I see that this is the one. Okay, so if you are looking for love, there's love available to you. Now, some of you, if you're already in a high-level commitment, I feel some of you are having some wonderful new ideas of where you want to take your relationship to the next level. So you may be settling down with each other, moving in with each other, getting engaged or married. Or if you're already married, I definitely get a sense some of you are thinking about taking a big trip or saving for a major vacation there, or even a purchase of a new home. I see some of you are doing things differently than the way either your parents or guardians did in the past, or you are not adhering to anybody's expectations and you're living your life together the way you want to. So I definitely see some of you are seeking either warmer climates is what I see here, but you're taking your relationship to the next level. Some of you may even hear of a pregnancy there as well, is what I'm seeing. But again, that's not going to resonate with everyone. It's just coming through on a smaller scale, around about 20% energy there. Now, the Death card in the Resistance position, it's like you got it in the reverse. And that's why I feel like your protagonist energy is like all change. But the Transformation card in the Resistance position is like, but everything still stays the same. So how can it feel like everything is different, yet everything is also the same? So I feel like you're really looking at that as you move throughout the month, because you're really thinking about your true life's purpose, your mission, and how to get the best out of life and change things so that you can bring more fun and excitement into your world as well. With the Death card in this position, some of you have felt stagnant or in a state of, being immobile, okay? And I get a sense here that there may be some changes that have been thrust upon you recently, and you felt a little bit nervous or anxious about these changes, maybe even resistant to some sort of change there. And the change that I've got more is about creating a healthy boundary, because you tend to be an overgiver, especially since we've got the Six of Pentacles there. Six of Pentacles can tend to mean that you give more than you receive back. You're very generous with your heart, but I feel like the distribution of energy has been a little bit unfair for you over the last couple of years. And I feel like you're really looking at that and saying, no, I'm standing my ground. I'm allowing people to come to me now. Now, that's not a selfish act. I feel like you'll still be a giver, okay? But I feel like you're just readdressing the balance so it's a little bit more fair. Also, some of you may also have been a little bit more of a homebody recently. You haven't been getting out there. I definitely see that going out with friends or catching up with people will be on your mind during this period. And I definitely see that you are, having a little bit more enjoyment as you move through December. Now, this card, of course, anything that is in the reverse, it goes into the upright by the end of the month. And I definitely see there's some major changes for you. But ultimately, the energy that's coming out of this is like breaking old habits, releasing things that are hurting you, hindering you, or making you feel really stuck. And I definitely get a sense that it is a new chapter. For some of you, if you're in a career, the new chapter is you're leaving a position in order to embrace a new one somewhere else. There could be a contract, here for you. I would say pay close attention to any new contracts, because I feel there's a potential here for there to be something in that contract, like a clause that perhaps you're not happy with. It may be a hidden clause or something that's in the small print. So definitely read all that small print. So for example, if you go into a job, sometimes they have like a probation period where it's like, okay, you'll work for a certain period of time and at a certain rate. And if we decide that you are the right fit for the company, we'll bring you on long term, and then we'll increase your finances. Well, that probation period may be a lot longer than is normal, and there may not be so much of an increase, or there's just a very odd energy coming from a contract in your reading right now. So just pay close attention to that. I feel like you'll have the opportunity to negotiate a better deal, or say, you know what, I love this position. I really want to work for your company. However, this clause if we could take that out of the contract, then I'll sign. Otherwise, you know, I really respect and value my skill set. And, you know, I feel that perhaps it's not the right environment for me to work under those conditions. So I definitely get a sense that you will negotiate that better deal and they'll understand it. They'll give me the word understanding, okay? Now, also the death card is, you know, new chapter. Everything here in your chart is like new, new, new. Out with the old, in with the new. I keep getting that energy coming into your reading, okay? And I feel some of you, you know, it's a perfect time to channel your energy into creative pursuits. And as I said there, revamp your love life, whether you're in a relationship or not, pick up a hobby. And I feel also it's a time to, you know, have that spark in relationships. And that's friendships. I feel it's just everybody coming together and seeing people that you haven't seen for a while, catching up, having fun, and just living in the moment. Even though you're still planning for 2024, I get a sense here that you are wanting to live more in the moment. And that may be one of the things that you've promised yourself for the year ahead. Now, the Six of Pentacles, it's in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse. So I feel like some of you may have been dealing with some very selfish energy. So if you have people expecting you to do something, I feel like you're readdressing the balance. If they always expect it and you always adhere to their needs, I feel like you'll still be like diplomatic, but I feel you're also establishing your power as well in a situation. And for some of you, Six of Pentacles, of course, is a card of, especially in the resistance position, it's a card of struggling financially. Now, don't get me wrong. What I see here is some of you are going to spend a lot more this month and you may feel a little bit out of pocket. Okay, I definitely see one thing you need to be aware of. There may be a purchase where there is a problem, or they take too much, or you'll have to send it back and the seller or the person who sent it to you doesn't want to take it back. So keep an eye on what your rights are regarding consumerism or your consumer rights, because I feel that, you know, you'll be able to send it back and get a refund. However, the person will make it difficult, or they may try to say, well, you can't send it back because of XYZ, right? Know your rights. I feel it's really important with that. I'm going to pull a card on that for you as well. Can you show me a little bit more about money for my beautiful Pisceans? Because I get a sense here that some of you are trying to keep a tight rein on your finances, but you're aware that in the month of December, the money seems to be easy come, easy go. Okay. Knight of Cups. Now, okay. Just wanted to see, yeah, so whatever it is, it will be returned to you. As I said, I was just clarifying that energy of either getting a refund, or if someone charges you too much, or there's like a double charge. This could extend to more than just a purchase. It could be like something that you have a subscription in already, like a gym subscription, or you know, paying your just general utility bills. It could be that someone tries to take double, or they in error do something where it tries to put you over in an overdraft. I feel like you will get compensated, but you have to push forward for it, okay? You know, these two cards indicate, you know, you'll get it back and you'll love it. And the Six of Cups is like, it's returned to you. Okay, so I just want you to be aware of that as well. Now, also because those two cards came out, I do want you to be aware there's an energy coming through of someone who is very selfish towards you. Okay, this person, you may have tried to cut them out of your life or get closure on a situation. You may hear from this person in the month of December. I feel like they tried to re-enter your world in some way, but I feel like you've kind of like phased them out. It's almost like you've gone really quiet on this person. You're so over this person's repetitive cycle. So I feel like you move on, okay? But I feel this person may draw up moments of nostalgia, and it's like, it's almost like it taps into your shadow self, or, you know, difficulties that you experience with that person. They may start to rise within you, but don't allow that person to play mind games with you, or allow them to affect your energy, because they are a temporary flash in the pan. It's like, it's almost like they want an ego rub or something. They come back on in, and they may just want an ego rub, but they're not aware of the profound effect that they had on you or your circumstances. And I feel like you're not going back there. Okay. So I feel it may create a moment of sadness within you, and sort of a wondering why it occurred, but you can just see that this person is lost in a similar narrative. And I just get this energy rather than any like negative karma to come back with them, I feel like you're more like, oh, I hate saying this, but it's like, I have to give you this, I don't know how else to put it. It feels like you kind of pity them, that they are them and lost in that narrative. And you're so glad that you are not them and that you are you, and that you get to be free of whatever this toxic cycle is that they are in. Okay. So yeah, I'm just giving you that. That's what's coming through there as well. Now, for those of you who are looking for love, this is really great. You know, this is a gift from the universe that you will really love. And it's a person who offers love. And as you can see there, this figure has a suit of armor and a shield energy. So they have been hurt in love before. And there's why that's why there's a little bit of like hesitancy to get into a relationship when you first meet each other. So both of you may have had very similar experiences. But also I want you to be aware it's more than just love this season for you. It's a gift from the universe. So the Six of Pentacles, it normally means a resource, an extra resource. So because it's in the reverse, remember, at first, but it goes into the upright at the end of the month. So the universe is about to send you an extra resource. Now, this could be financial. So it could be a rebate or, something being repaid to you, or money that you were owed that you haven't got for a long time that you could really do with comes back towards you. They'll give me the word repayment. Okay. I mean, it could even be like a bill that goes down and you're like, oh, that's really great. I could do with that extra finances. So I feel like the universe is stepping in to bring you an extra resource. For some of you, if you're in a career, this may manifest in the form of a bonus. If you haven't got it already, I definitely see that you are due one. And I can see there that some of you, once you've got that bonus, you may be quietly quitting a position or looking for alternative options in the job market. And you may find something that really suits your heart and is emotionally fulfilling as well as financially. And I see that you will get like a second interview for this position. You may even get that second interview in December, and you'll start the position as you move into the month of January. And for some of you, you've already started this new position in December, and I definitely see that you'll be elevated quite quickly as you move through the next year. Okay. Now, this period, it will draw up a lot of emotions, a lot of nostalgia for you, my beautiful Pisces, because you are a water element. So you may have like the ghosts of like the past in some way revisiting you, but this is to make peace with it. It's to, get closure on it and let it go so you can be completely free. And with the Six of Pentacles there, I do see that a lot of you are going to how can I put this? It's like a promise you're making to yourself to see people more, to, nourish your friendships more, to really catch up with people you haven't seen for a while, or even write them a note. Or I feel like there's correspondence with you and people that perhaps you are not having in your life day to day. And I feel like there's this reaching out going on. So you may even hear from someone that you haven't heard from in a while, not someone who is selfish and toxic. That person will come in. But I feel there's other people who are missing your presence in their life, and they may reach out during this time as well. Okay. Now, the 6 and the 7 of Pentacles is in the resistance position. So again, that tells me that some of you may even take up second streams of income, or you may have had some financial setbacks recently, but you will actually find an extra resource coming in from the universe. Some of you may launch a new business or new business ideas because you're very gifted, you're very talented, and I see that you are able to tap into something creative and make a business out of it. Okay, so whatever it is that you have as a resource yourself, I feel you could launch this, and I feel it's something that will grow exponentially as you move into 2024. And I feel that right now some of you are opening yourself up to new strategies in your life in general, because I feel you are recognizing that you want change in your life, and I feel you've made a big decision, and I feel there's this energy of you actioning any changes in order to make things work. Okay, now this card, it can also indicate that some of you are looking at areas in your life that have no reward, things that you are investing in that haven't been working for you, and you are opening yourself up to that new strategy. And you're manifesting something better, but you're also admitting something is no longer for you. And whatever that is, whether it's a food substance, a person, a working environment, or a relationship, or, just a circumstance, I feel like enough is enough, okay, here. Now, the 7 of Pentacles in the upright position, because it does go into the upright at the end of the month, I feel like you are opening yourself up to a new decision. You're at a bit of a fork in the road in your life, and I feel like you're thinking about the next steps to make. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, it does indicate that you will have enough financially. You will be independent. It tends to mean that, you know, the beginning of the month, there's a lot going out of your account. However, I feel like you will have enough to make ends meet. And I do feel that some of you may even spend some extra money on your own self-development, whether that's a class, whether it's holiday, whether it's just you pampering yourself. I feel like you're going to treat yourself a little bit this month, and you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. You've been through a lot, and I feel like you're trying not to overspend. But we also have the Devil card there, so there is the temptation to do that. So, you know, I would watch that, of course, if your budget does not allow it. It's really important, but I also get a sense here that life is for living. So I feel like you will find a way to spend money the way, of course, you want to spend money, but I feel like you're keeping that tight rein on your finances because we have the Chariot card, and when you apply that to money, it's like keeping things in order, okay? Now, we have that Devil card. It's an outcome energy. So some of you may be really looking at where you feel stuck in life, okay? And the Devil card, it's not an evil card. It's not to be feared. It's actually a very positive card that everybody experiences on their journey in life. It's about identifying a place or a time or a situation that is binding us and keeping us unhappy or helpless to change the situation in general. Now, for example, this could be addictions. So this could be a time where people are tempted because of their addictions. So if you have, you know, got them all under control, you know, this could be a time period where you feel tempted. And I feel that you are, you know, it's almost like you take control. There's like positive mind state. And I feel like, you know, rather than, you know, remain in that temptation cycle, you actually are strong enough to hold on to the more positive cycle and you turn things around. You move on from it. So if this is a period where you feel tempted or there is a person in your life who says, you know what, don't worry about that, Pisces, you know, it's only one time or it's only this. And if you feel it's not good for you, then I feel like you are marching to the beat of your own drum and you're not allowing that temptation to enter into your energy. Okay, now the Devil card can also indicate some obsession. Okay, so I just want to see what that is, because sometimes we have to look at the shadow self in order to see the light, to see the more positive side. So I feel everything happens in balance, and the month of December is actually going to be a little bit more balanced for you in general. However, the beginning of the month is going to be a little bit chaotic. Okay, so let me just pull a card on that Devil card for you to see what that is, because that could be food excess. It could be, you know, it could be feeling doubt about the next steps of your plan. It could be negative, like, illusions. You know, this time period, whether you celebrate a holiday season or not, we can have the illusion that, you know, everything is fine, everything's wonderful, everything's sparkly and magical, when actually there are some deep-rooted things underneath that we are in desperate need of. So for example, we've got the Queen of Cups there. You desperately need some self-care. You need to recognize that you are a gift and don't give away your energy to other people who do not deserve it. So I definitely get a sense here that you are seeking situations that feel like love, that feel like home. And with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, some of you may be obsessing about money, okay? So, I mean, this is a time period, I mean, since the last couple of years, we're all pretty much keeping our eye financially on things because everything is increasing. We've got inflation, you know, we're highly aware that things are changing economically. And I definitely see that you're trying to be really savvy and put yourself in a position of financial security. And I definitely see that that will come. You're attracting more money, more affluence, more prosperity. And I feel like you're using your knowledge to get that. So this could be, you know, you have an idea of doing something that you love, but you're not ready to launch it just yet. You're in the strategizing phase, or you're in the, you know, research phase, or you're about to launch it as you move into the new year. You will know when the moment is right. But the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles, it tells me that you're serious about, you know, your finances. So I feel like you're being really practical with those, but also not only are you attracting more, I feel like you're learning more about wealth and how to build upon it, okay? Also, I feel those who are like in a career environment and you're in a company that can actually offer a bonus, I feel like you will get one this year for your effort. I feel like you are rewarded for whatever it is that you've been doing, your hard work. And I feel you may even step into a role that brings more responsibility and more status as well. But with this energy, I feel that you're trying to be responsible about your finances, okay? And I feel it's a really good position to work from as well. Now, don't get me wrong, I do feel like you're going to be really busy. Whether you're in a career environment or not, I get a sense of like there's lots to do. The King of Pentacles is, you know, doing lots of tasks like emails, phone calls, purchases, keeping an eye on keeping the house running smoothly. And the Ten of Pentacles is focused on your family. This is a family energy. So some of you may be thinking about family businesses, or you may be thinking about money within the family. And some of you, you know, you may be working really hard to help your family in some way. You may even care for a parent or guardian during this period, and you're just trying to make everything work. I see that you are so loved and appreciated for what you do, even though sometimes you may not hear it. So whatever it is you're going through, my beautiful Pisces, know that you are loved and that your efforts have not gone unnoticed, okay? So I definitely get a sense here, some of you may be thinking about partnering up in business as well. This could be something you're thinking about with a family member, or you're just having some ideas, or it may even be a conversation that comes up at, you know, the dinner table or over coffee, or when you meet up with somebody. I get a sense here that there is a potential to bring in more money. And I also get an energy with this King of Pentacles that you are a person who is serious about your tasks and your commitments, and you're going to get everything done. But with the Devil card, because that's what I've been clarifying, some of you may feel the pressure of time. Okay, so I feel you're trying to manage your stress levels and try and make sure you are on time with everything. And I feel like you will be, okay, so don't worry about that. Now, we do have the intuition card. So a lot of you are having heightened intuition during this period, and you may also start to be a little bit more curious about developing your spiritual gifts. You may have flashes of psychic insight into something, so pay close attention to those visions or to your dreams, because I feel like they have a purpose to help you in some way. And I feel the High Priestess can sometimes feel a little bit in between worlds, okay? Like you feel a bit cautious about something, so the opposite is like you want to just launch yourself into something and be a little bit more risky. So I get a sense here, use your intuition, whatever flow you're in at this time. But also I feel some of you are a little bit more looking at your thoughts, trying to make sure that any negative thoughts don't overpower you or overwhelm you. You're keeping an eye on, you know, those flashes or moments of deep thoughts that sometimes can bring you down. Now, I definitely did a reading for Cancerians and they had something similar. And as a Scorpio myself, I'm acutely aware that our emotions and our hormones, they fluctuate quite heavily. And I feel some of you may have been going through that kind of energy where things are fluctuating. And there are moments, pockets, shall we say, where you may have a negative thought that really like spoils your moment or spoils your day. But I feel like you're actually just trying to keep an eye on it. You're being really acutely aware of it so that you can make sure that it doesn't impede your optimism. Okay, they're giving me the word optimism. There's a call for more optimism here. Now, we do have the Sun card, so there's definitely going to be a lot to be happy about. I feel like this is joy, this is positivity, this is success, and I feel like you're embracing the joy in life and you're leaving the darkness and the confusion behind. That's literally what this says. You're reaching for something in your life as well. Maybe you've been waiting for something. I feel like you receive information that will come through for you and you're going to be excited about it. You'll celebrate it. We've got the Four of Wands there. So this is about celebration. It's about enjoying people that you really care about, but it's also about good news coming your way to light up your world. So I definitely see it puts you in a very powerful position this month to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. There's a wonderful moment of luck at the end of the month and it propels you forward, closer towards your goal or your dream, or you actually achieve it because the Chariot card is all about triumph. Your dedication, it pays off. Your commitments will make you feel so happy. There's a victory here for you, but also this is about more confidence. It's about being really disciplined, and it's about having more energy and willpower to assert your will or get whatever it is that you want. Also, you're being bold and daring and doing things differently, which means you're going to get a desired outcome, and there's a smattering of luck there for you as well, which you turn your life around for the better. Some of you may be traveling or, trying to book some sort of travel for next year. And I definitely see that you find like a traveling hack, and I'm going to spell that word for you, CK. So you may find like a deal somewhere, or the way that you buy something on the internet regarding travel. You may find a hack there that helps you get lower prices or lower flights. Okay, so I definitely see that you'll enjoy yourself. There's going to be a wonderful time there. And also, I mean, the Chariot card is really about a directional change. So some of you are making a big decision at the end of the month, and it may be about where you belong. So some of you may think about moving home, especially since we have the Four of Wands there, the home space. And some of you, I would say, there's this energy of, if something seems too good to be true, it's too good to be true, okay? So trust your intuition. So if you find something that's a really good deal, just investigate it a little bit more. Like maybe check out a review on it, or check to see if anybody's said anything about that company in general. Just, I feel with the Seven of Swords there, there's just something that you need to stay extra vigilant about, okay? Now, the Two of Cups, you know, at grassroots, this is about people coming together, unity. It's about understanding each other. It's about loving your friendships, loving people, and reciprocity. And I definitely see that you're seeking more reciprocity in your world, and you're going to get it, okay? Because remember, thoughts become things. If we're always thinking, that person's so selfish, you know, I always have to do this and they never do anything back, you have to catch yourself at doing that and say, you know what? I'm establishing a boundary. I'm stepping back, and I'm just going to see if that person's coming to me. It's not a game. It's an energy exchange. And then when you change your mindset and say, you know what, actually I'm standing in my power, I'm not allowing this to occur anymore, you'll see the shift, you'll see the change. So I feel like you are being the change to affect the change. And then people in your world start to step up and join you in the vibration that you're in, okay? But also the Two of Cups, if you are looking for love, this is about a relationship and, you know, a loving, passionate connection and attraction between you and someone new. If some of you have just started talking to someone new and you're wondering, is this my person? Well, I definitely see it's a serious relationship, and it will become something that is very loving and long-term. And you'll move in with this person if you're looking to be in a high-level commitment with them, for sure. But ultimately, the Two of Cups is really about your heart and what the vibration is, because you're matching a vibration that's attracting something towards you that you will love, okay? It's really about the things that you love coming towards you, like a magnet. So I definitely see, you know, it's like you know when people say, if you want love, you must be love. Okay, it's like you must be the thing that you want. You're attracting it like a mirror, you know, like a magnet. And I definitely get a sense of, you know, there's also a sentence that's like, fake it till you make it. And I don't really like that sentence, but it's kind of the same premises there. Or there's this energy of, you know, if you be what you want to be, you'll attract more of what you want. So, you know, you are successful because you are really good at what you do. You're here right now. Yes, there's been some bumps in the road, but you have found solutions to those difficult circumstances, and you're changing the world for the better. So I definitely see a lot of inspiration here this month, and I see things changing for you and coming into alignment. So everything's slotting into place in a nicer way for you as well. Now, I hate to give this message, but basically, let me just explain first, okay? The Seven of Swords, you know, a lot of people attribute it to like theft or abuse, or someone abusing your trust, or being dishonest, or betrayal. And it can be those things, okay? It can be those things. So I will pull a card on it. I would definitely say be hyper vigilant in crowded situations, because you've got the Two of Cups there, you've got the Four of Wands, especially if you're out having fun, you know, just focusing on the person that you're talking to. Just keep an eye on your purse or your phone or your wallet, because there is a potential, high potential this month for someone to swipe that when you're not looking, because it feels very much like a distracted moment. And I just heard, I don't know if you caught that on camera, I just heard like a hubbub of people talking, music. It just happened like spontaneously there. So it feels very much when you're out in a crowd or at a festival or at something. It's just like an opportunist moment. Okay, so just keep your eye on that. Also, I mean, because we got the Four of Wands there as well, I'm not here to give anyone like paranoia or anything like that, but don't put like expensive possessions in the window where people can see in, because there is like a high potential I'm not seeing it as a high potential for just you, my beautiful Pisceans, but it is a high potential for there to be theft during this period where people just, see something in the window and think, I want that. And, that's awful. Of course, those people, if they want it, they should go and work for it and go get it, right? But I feel there is a potential there. So let me just pull a card on that and see what that is for you. I'm definitely getting energy of, if you've got any new ideas, keep them to yourself, okay? Because there is a high potential. There's someone here who doesn't really do much, but they may try to take credit for your ideas, or they may take your idea and make it work for them before you. So I feel it's really important to, play your cards close to your chest on that. But let me just pull a card on that Seven of Swords, because there is a really positive energy coming from that, and I will give you that in a moment. But I just want to see that theft energy. Nine of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah, it's like you will get the best out of the situation if you keep vigilant, analyze the situation. This is about being rational, or being like clear, analytical. Like it's almost with the Nine of Cups and the King of Swords. It's like, you've got good judgment. So leaving maybe your mobile phone in your car so that everybody could see as you go to the mall, probably not a good idea. So I feel like use your better judgment in these situations. And with the Nine of Cups, I feel like everything's going to work out okay. So it's just like, keep an eye on things, because the King of Swords is to analyze, or to watch something or think about something before they act. So I definitely see that happening there for you. Also, if you are negotiating better deals, this is a prime time to do it, because you're going to get a wish. This is a wish fulfillment here. Also, with the King of Swords, I feel thoughts become things. Okay, and the Seven of Swords, there's an energy that is very positive attached to the Seven of Swords, which is a quest for independence, doing things differently, not conforming, living life on your own terms without people pleasing. And I definitely see that's something that you are establishing this month. I feel like there's a potential here for diplomacy, because I feel there could be some heated debates, and that's for everybody during this period, my beautiful Pisces. So thinking before we say something, but always be your wonderful, authentic self. I feel like you're super honest and you say what you mean. And I definitely get an energy here that for some of you, especially if you're launching something new, look at that. Eggs represent new energy, and you've got two aces here at the protagonist energy, which means something that you're thinking about doing that is new in your world. Keep it to yourself, okay? Because you will attract it faster. You'll actually get things exactly the way you wish for, or that you worked for, if you just keep it to yourself. Because I don't see anyone really like being negative towards you or not wishing you well. However, sometimes when people hear other people's ideas, they go, oh, I'm so excited for you. And then they immediately start thinking about themselves and think, I wish I could do that. Or, you know what, that probably is going to fail because I tried that once and it's probably not going to work for them. But you know what, I'm excited for them. Hopefully it's going to be amazing. They've attached that energy to your situation. So it's important. I feel like you will reveal things when the moment is right. Now also we've got the Four of Wands here. Now as soon as I touch this, I'm seeing a needle and thread. So that tells me there may be something that you need to repair in the home space in December. I mean, it may cost a little bit of money that you'll have to give out there, but I feel like you will replenish your bank account there as well. It could be that you're mending something, or even making amends with someone in the home space. There may be an olive branch given as we move through the end of December there. But I get a sense of DIY, repair work being necessary. And it could also be, because you have the Seven of Swords, which can call for diplomacy, it can indicate a delicate situation requires your undivided attention. So I definitely get a sense here that you'll be dealing with something at the end of the month that could be just a little bit like delicate. However, I feel with the Four of Wands, there's lots of fun, lots of playfulness, lots to celebrate. And the Four of Wands is literally celebration. Some of you may also be preparing to travel home to see family. If you're lucky enough to have you know, the resources to get there. I would, again, plan for delays, so just be mindful of that. But also the Four of Wands is about people coming together, you know, maybe even meeting an important connection, or just being unstoppable in your energy, being very creative, and, you know, being in good company and focusing on what's truly important in life in general. And some of you are already preparing for next year. We've already said that. But the Four of Wands can be about peace, stability, and rest, okay? And things being peaceful, like tranquility. So I definitely get a sense here that the end of the month is and relax, okay? And I feel you ease yourself into 2024. Although it will pick up a little bit of a quicker pace for you as you move into that. Now I'm just going to go and get you some final cards before I close your reading. We have freedom. There we go. Look at that. The power to do what you want, celebrating your independence. And that's the positive energy that I was getting there from that Seven of Swords. We've got pleasure. So that is, of course, about your 5th house that will be influencing you really heavily during this period. What else have we got there for you? We've got direction and union. I mean, I should have just shuffled this deck and just had like a 5-minute reading for you all, because this literally tells you of the trajectory of your reading. So it says here freedom. Okay, and so some of you are ending something and definitely launching yourself into something new, but it says the power to do what you want, celebrating independence. Nothing can stop you. I even think I said you're unstoppable in your energy. Some of you may launch a business or become an entrepreneur during this period as well, and I feel being independent is something that will really work for you. We've also got pleasure there, okay? And it says here, allowing yourself to have pleasure, chemistry with somebody, or doing something pleasurable. And I definitely see that in your chart. We've also got direction. So with the Chariot card and the Wheel of Fortune, you're definitely looking about where you want to take your life to next, okay? So it says here, being on the right path, finding direction in life, and your own North Star. And that's definitely something you're going to be thinking about. You're a visionary, so you're looking ahead. And we also have union. Okay, so whether this is in business, whether it's in love, or whether it's in friendships, I feel like there is this unity about your reading that already came up there. And it says doing something with somebody, so going out, having fun, or, you know, actually launching something with somebody, or just, you know, soundboarding, brainstorming things, ideas and stuff like that, coming together, working together, collaborating. So I definitely see that everything is slotting into place for you in a really nice way. And I'm just going to go and get a drink of a room before we close. Okay, so we have the deer. Now, the deer represents like, or it's a stag actually. I've just been told it's a stag. Thank you so much. I'm sure grateful. And by they just told me it's a stag. That's my guides. Okay, so they're indicating respect. Okay, and also something that has been hard won, it will be yours. Okay, so whether it's something you're working for or something you've been petitioning for, it will be yours. Okay, but it's also about stillness, okay, and answers coming to you in stillness. Now we also have, interestingly enough, we have, sorry, I'm getting a really strong energy from this one because this is all about money. Yep, this is, yeah, but this one, there's an energy here of strength. I mean, this is the Ox rune, okay, and this connects to promotions, raises. It's also about health. Okay, so you focusing on your health, and also digital influences as well as distant influences. So we can see like travel going on there. Some of you may even meet someone from abroad, or may have some sort of correspondence from abroad, or even decide to work abroad or move abroad in some way. But this is really about establishing a boundary, protecting your energy, and any missed opportunities come back around for you as well. And of course, we have the cattle rune. So that's all about wealth. It's about fulfillment. It's about power, material gain, and it's about overcoming any disappointments or losses and turning the situation around. I mean, it came into the upright position for you. So that means that any money problems will be resolved. Also, any arguments will be resolved as well. So I'll leave that there for you, my beautiful Pisceans. I hope something resonates there for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Pisceans, and love and light.